Hello everyone and welcome to Grinds Online Ireland. I'm Tara and today we're going to be covering trigonometric functions and specifically the cosine rule. So our question today is, in a triangle, the length PQ is equal to 8 centimeters, the length QR is equal to 7 and the angle Q is equal to 33. And we have to find the length PR. So as always with these questions, our first step is to draw out the triangle. So if we do that in this case, we're going to have P, Q, and R. We know the length PQ is going to be 8. We know the length QR is going to be 7. And the angle Q is going to be 33. So when we ever have two sides and one angle, we usually use the cosine rule. The cosine rule is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos of a. Now the question is asking us to find the length PR. So let's just call that x for now. And now all we have to do is label out what a, b, and c are. So in the cosine rule, all the small letters are the lengths. So the lengths of each side of the triangle, and all the big letters are the angles. So for example, let's call this angle 33A, and to find the length small a, we have to go to the length across from angle big A and call that A. Similarly, if we call this angle B, we have to go all the way across to the other side and call H small b. And then finally C, we go across the triangle to find small c. So now that we have everything labelled and we know what we're trying to find x, all we have to do is substitute everything into the cosine rule. So a squared, well a in this case is x, so it's going to be x squared, and that's going to be equal to b squared, but we know b is 8, so that'll be 8 squared, plus c squared, that'll be 7 squared, minus 2bc, but b is 8 and c is 7, so we'll have 8 multiplied by 7, multiplied by cos of a, the angle A, and in this case the angle is 33 degrees. And when using your calculator, guys, make sure your calculator is in degrees, not radians for this question. So finding x, all we have to do is expand out the right hand side. So x squared in this case, that's going to be 64 plus 49 minus 2 by 8 by 7, that'll give us 112, and that's multiplied by cos of 33. So if we put cos of 33 into our calculator and if we round it off slightly, we'll get 0.83867 ... And if I were you guys, I'd leave that as your answer in the calculator to be more accurate. Now, adding everything together on this side, and taking the square root of both sides, the square root on this side will cancel out that square. So we're just going to be left with x. And what you should get is 4.36679. And rounding off to 3 decimal places, that's what they usually ask in the exams. We're going to get x is equal to 4.367. Okay, so the trick, guys, here is whenever you have one angle and two sides, you're asked to find another length, you use the cosine rule.